Hello, I'm David.
Hi, I'm Julie.
So now we're going to do a review of Kombo Klash by Hub Games. It's 2 to 4 players, ages 10 and up. It takes about 20 to 40 minutes to play. Hopefully you've had a chance to check out how to play and play through. So this is a tile laying pattern game. And it's also like a race game because the first to score so many points wins. And you can play a shorter game, and first to 50. Standard, they say, is 75. A longer game is 100. So each player will start here at 0, which is also the 100 marker. So in a 2-player game, each player would get a reference tile. And you'll see here that on one of them, it has a 1 on it. That's who will go first. So you'll mix these up. And then you hand it out. And so Julie would go first in this game. Julie doesn't like going first.
No, I don't.
And with 2 players, we can use both sides of the reference tiles here instead of flipping them over. That's because there are 8 different animals that we're going to be laying out. You take all the tiles, put them in the middle here, mix up. It's a mixed up stack, and then you flip over 4 and put them in each corner. I don't know if we mix these up that well. I guess we did.
I don't know. I think we did.
So each animal has 2 stats on it. On the left-hand corner, it tells you what his ability is if it has one. And in the right-hand corner, it tells you how many points it is if you score the combo. Now, what is a combo? A combo is when you have the same animal in a pattern of at least 3 or more tiles. And you can use the chameleon to represent that animal. So this would be a combo of 3. It would score 2, 4, 6 because the chameleon takes on the point value of the animal. Now, if you were to be able to get a 4th one or a 5th one, that would be 10 points if we had 5 crows. Each player will start out with 5 tiles.
Actually, those are ravens, baby.
Oh, ravens, sorry.
It's okay.
So let's say Julie had these tiles at the beginning. These would be kept hidden, but I'm keeping them out. So we didn't mix them up too well from the last time we played. And let's say these are my tiles right here.
Can't see them very well.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, you can play as many tiles as you want. But you always have to play at least 1.
Yeah.
You do not have to use the animal's ability when you put it down. Now the snake, I can put it on an empty space, always next to another tile. So anytime you play a tile, it has to be next to another tile. The middle stack is considered a tile. So I can put it here, here, okay? But the places I couldn't go is at the very beginning of the game is here or here because diagonals don't count.
Gotcha.
So what a snake can do, it can go on top of another tile and replace it. So now I would have a chameleon. So let's say I did that. And then I placed the crow. Now, no, not
That's a
crow,
vulture.
Vulture. Well, actually, let me do this. I'm going to put another snake here.
Okay.
Take this guy. I'm going to put this guy down. He allows me to draw a card. So now I have another tile.
Oh, nice.
Now, I could have got a whole bunch of snakes, right? But I'm thinking I'm going to score the vultures. Now, I'm going to put the vulture down. I don't have to turn something over. But let's say this was up. Let's say this was already upside down right here. I put the vulture down. And now I flip this up. Now, I could score these 3 ravens right now. But no, I'd rather score the vultures. So I put down another tile. So it'd be 3, 6, 9.
Nice.
I could score 2, 4, 6, 8. I'd rather have 9 points. So I take 9 points. And then when you score, you turn them over. And now I get 3 more tiles. Now, other things that do, like the wolf, he scores as many, when you put him down, he scores as many points as the number of tiles in your hand, so that's usually 4. Sometimes it could be 3 if you play a second one. The alligator allows you to, when you put it down, again, I can go anywhere I want that's adjacent. It doesn't have to be next to another alligator. I can turn over 2 other tiles. Let's say I don't want Julie to score this. I put the alligator down, and I turn these over.
I get 2 points.
I put it down. Yeah,
You put it down. You get 2 points.
Or you played that to avoid me getting it. That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I can do another alligator, get another 2 points. So I actually had been 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I put down a chameleon. I only get 3 points for this, but at least I got 7 points that turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Now what happens is when you have a situation like this, again, it's just doing this randomly, and so The board is full. I put down a tile, the board is full, and then you remove all face down tiles off to the side, which opens up the game.
I like that.
Now the gorilla, just so you know, that's this one right here. You put that down and you can discard as many tiles from your hand. Is it your whole hand or?
After the gorilla is played, you may discard the tiles in your hand and redraw the same number of tiles. Doing so does not end your turn.
Okay. So if I were to play the gorilla, you even have a gorilla over here?
Yeah, there he is.
Okay. I put a gorilla down, and let's say I had 4 tiles in my hand. I can discard all 4.
Yep. And then get 4 new ones.
Oops. And now...
Oh, you'd hope for another gorilla. That's
yeah,
for darn sure.
I hope to get that. Now the kangaroo allows you to, let's say it was a situation like this. I put the kangaroo down. I can move 1 tile adjacent into an empty space. So that'd be good for me to do that. Because now I could score those alligators if I want. And I think that's it about
That's it.
So in a short game, the first 50 points wins. You play an equal number of turns. So that way everyone has an equal chance to score the most points.
Right.
And I don't know if there's tie-breaking rules in this one.
I don't know. You read the rules, so I don't know.
The winner is played with the highest score. In case of a tie, the tied players play one more round until there is an obvious winner.
Good.
So
That's nice.
Is Kombo Klash. And let's take a look now at our review. We give our neutrals, positive, negatives.
And then we do the BGG scoring.
Yes.
And I go first.
Okay, so here we go.
Here we go. I found this to be a fun yet challenging family game. And when you watch the How to Play and Playthrough, you will understand what I mean about the challenging. I think the art is really cute on the, I guess I should have said tiles, not cards. But I just think they're fun, they're silly, they're just, I like them. I love the colors. It's just, whoever did it did a really nice job. I do find that the playmat's kind of frustrating because it bunches up. Is that the right word?
Yeah, so this is what can happen. If you're on a spot here where it folds over, your piece can fall over on one side or the other, and you don't know if you have 17 or 19.
Exactly, and you want to be fair in the game, and so that part's kind of annoying. And my last thing is kids might need extra plays to really understand how the tiles work. And I'm including that with me, that I need extra plays to understand everything.
This is why you'll see during the playthrough, even though these reference cards are helpful, the icons might not be as descriptive. So I'll just show you. You know, when you get used to the game, you won't even need to look at this anymore. But the shorter descriptions can be more helpful right here.
Yeah.
So you won't need to put this in front of somebody that needs
extra help.
Extra help.
And no matter if they're a kid or an adult like me, it's just very helpful. So what did you say, love?
Okay, so it's an engaging, tile-laying, abstract, patterned, race to score so many points game. Yeah, it is an abstract game. I mean, it's cute, but the theme, you know, if you think about it, animals going on a grid. I mean, I guess you could say it's like a fighting game, and that's why they're clashing.
Well, isn't it called Kombo Klash?
Right, but...
And they're wearing, like, karate pants.
Right. It's a cute theme, okay? But it's still an abstract game.
I didn't even think of it like that.
It's decent art and components. You know, the tiles are thick. These are not going to get bent. I mean, you know, in some games, you get tiles that are not thick enough and they start warping. These are not going to warp.
No.
Okay? So that's...
They're really awesome.
Just like what Julia said, the cloth board is annoying. That's definitely a negative because you can mess up your score. Now, this is a game I would enjoy as an adult to play with kids. Now, at ages 10 and up, I think a 8-year-old who's really good at, has a lot of experience with games could handle this.
Okay.
Just because there's really no reading involved.
True.
Because once they understand the symbols here, they don't have to.
Yeah.
But an 8-year-old can understand this vocabulary.
Oh, definitely.
Especially if it's an independent reader at 8. Now, if it's an 8-year-old that's below grade level,
you definitely need to help them.
And if you're going to need to help them.
They could team up with an adult.
That's true. Could team up with an adult. You can always do that in any game. Team up with an adult. You hit your arm.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah.
Julie hit her arm on the. We're almost done, Hetty.
I'm really tired. I guess you can tell.
Anyway, so anyways, this is a game as an adult I would have fun playing with kids. Okay, with children. So it's challenging to learn for inexperienced gamers, and I think that's even from the rulebook. The rulebook is fine, but you got to pay close attention. And you don't really start understanding things until you look at the examples.
Oh, okay.
So somebody who, and then someone who's not used to playing games like this, they'll look at these symbols and be like, what does that exactly do? And they'll look at this. So someone who's not used to playing hobby games, it could be challenging for them to play it correctly.
I'm used to playing games like this, but it's challenging because I have a cognitive disability.
Right. But in this case, what I'm trying to say is that if you don't play a game correctly and it doesn't go well, they might not like the game.
True.
Now, they could play the game correctly and not like it, right? That's also a possibility.
Not true.
All I'm saying is that there's enough going on here that a hobby gamer will enjoy playing.
Definitely.
But the double-edged sword is there's enough going on here someone who's not a hobby gamer may be challenged in playing it correctly.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
So for us, it's a good thing because as an adult, I like to play this. Now, there's some good math connections here, especially when you're doing combos. And that's what's so much fun about this. People who play Magic the Gathering and other collectible card
This is
games.
like Magic?
Yeah, because what you're doing combos.
Oh, okay.
When you're putting down something, you're trying to do the optimal moves, but it's not so overwhelming. But it does give an advantage to the person who's an experienced gamer. Like what you see in the playthrough, I may pick up this guy, right? And then I put this down to score 4 points. And then I may put this guy down to move the alligator here. It's just very satisfying in a collectible card game type of way.
Okay.
That if you use the tiles right, you can do really cool optimal moves without it being overwhelming.
Yeah.
It could be a game. You can play some games that is just so fiddly that you'll sit in there for too long trying to figure out the optimal move. You only got 5 tiles. There's only so much information on the board. For a hobby gamer who's experienced with those types of games, you're going to enjoy doing boom, 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 nice, really cool combos. But for someone like you, you might not see all those combos until you play the game a lot of times.
And he helps me with that. And
Right.
we have some really good friends in Tucson, and he is a big Magic guy, and I'd love to show this to him when we go down to Tucson in a couple
Yeah, we'll
weeks.
have to bring that because I think he's going to enjoy
I think
that
he would
aspect
too.
of it. And he has young kids, and his son is old enough.
Yep.
I think his son plays enough games that he probably could handle this.
I think so. Well, I think
Yeah.
even if he sat with his wife, his oldest son sat with his wife,
partners,
they could do it.
And I think he's, 7 now?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I said, there's some children that can handle this, especially if they're in the gifted and talented range. They would do really well at this, who are younger than 10.
Right.
So the math connections obviously is adding.
Yep.
When you look in here, you're adding up numbers, but then just doing the combinations and the logical mathematical reasoning, seeing the patterns on the board, very good for that.
Yeah.
So I would use this in a gifted and talented program, no problem.
Well, how would we rate this?
How would we rate this?
Yeah.
A 0. Okay, let's see how. Oh, there's no 0 on the rating.
Oh, I said 7 and you said 8.
Yeah, because
That
I would
makes sense.
suggest this. And when our boys were younger, I would be taking this out to play with them. Now, the only negative would be is that if I keep on beating them, they might not want to play anymore.
Yeah. That's why I make this a 7, because I'm willing to play, but if he keeps kicking my butt every time and I need him to help me get over the finish line, I don't want to play that. I want to be able to do it by myself.
So what you can do for younger players, that I have 5 tiles.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you give them 6 or 7 tiles. So you just give the other, the less experienced player more tiles.
Well, I'm not less
Or-
experienced.
Yeah, but you don't see the combinations without
No,
my
I
help. Now,
don't.
the more plays, you're going to see them. Or you can say, you win if you get to 50, I win if I get to 60. Or if I
Okay,
get to
yeah.
55. So you could also do that for younger players. Until they get more experience, until they don't need to do that. So once they
Right.
start beating you 2 times in a row or something like that, or let's say you play 4 games and they lost all 4, well then you keep on, you maybe give them more advantages.
Yeah.
But once they start beating you, then you take away the advantages
That makes
slowly.
sense, yeah.
So that's one way to do it.
And that won't happen for a really long time with me, so.
But for me, I give it an 8 because this is a game when I see it on the shelf, I'll be like, oh yeah, I'd like to play that again. And with younger, if I was still doing gifted and talented, I would bring this
Sure.
to school to play with them. And then if our children were younger, we'd be playing with them all the time.
Definitely. And I could see us playing this with grandchildren someday.
Yeah, eventually, yeah.
Eventually, like when they're older. But I think they would have fun, and then I think their parents would want to get this for them to play at home so they could come here and beat Grandpa. So.
I think this is a good primer for collectible card games. Now that I think about it.
That's a good
'Cause like I
idea.
said, with those combos and stuff. All right, so thanks for checking out the review.
Thank you so much, you guys. We hope you liked this, and we'll see you next time.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.